Kibera walks slowly, yet never quietly. At dawn, footsteps echo on tin roofs, water sloshes in yellow jerry cans, and fire crackles as family prepare breakfast. As the sun rises, the alleys come alive, children chase each other through narrow paths, vendors arrange tomatoes and maize on wooden stalls, and radios hum with music drifting from shop fronts. In the crowded streets, a local businessman bends over a pile of crap. Waste here is both a curse and a lifeline.
Jina naitwa John Mondi Uor, mkaji wa hapa kwa hii kiwanja naitwa Sobra. Natengeneza vitu kama sanduku. Hii takataka kuna advantage yake na disadvantage.
His words capture the paradox of Kibera's waste, a hazard that threatens health, yet a resource that sustains livelihoods.
Sana disadvantage, unapata kama watu wanakuja na vitu meosha wanatupa hapa, vitu ngine wanatoa mbali wanaleta. Alafu advantage pia unapata kitu mzuri kama plastic, chuma, unaweza kuanguka vitu mzuri. Alafu kuna vikundi ya vijana inaitwa machokora, pia wanapata hazaa, wanauza na wanapata pesa. Sasa hiyo ni advantage ya takataka.
It is a place of resilience where every corner tells a story of survival. But woven into this daily rhythm is a constant, unshakable presence. Walk a few steps and the contrast is stark. For residents, waste is not an occasional nuisance. It is the backdrop of life shaping where children play, how families cook, and whether neighbors stay healthy. It dictates dignity, safety, and opportunity. And yet, Kibera is more than its crisis. It is a community of ingenuity. Scrap metal becomes a business, plastics become recycled products. Even in the shadow of garbage, people carve out livelihoods, proving that resilience is not just a word here, it is a way of life. For residents, the sanitation crisis is impossible to ignore. With few toilets available, unsafe practices have become routine.
I'm Pamela Acheng Ogalo. I'm a resident of Kibera slum. Waste in Kibera, it's not been a easy situation to stay with them just next to us. Myself is just next to here and the pit is just here. And it's being dumped every day. Even sometimes vijana wenye wanakaa around, they sometimes collect it, they heap it, they burn it. And mostly when it gets burned is when it smells bad.
Her testimony reflects the indignity and danger of living without proper sanitation.
Several times, but vijana wenye wanakaa ram, sometimes they take their effort, wanasanya pamoja, wanaweka pamoja, wanachoma. Na hiyo wakati inachomwa ndio sasa inatoa bad smell that affect us mostly. Mostly me in particular, I'm being affected by smoke.
In a nearby clinic, a nurse describes the consequences of this waste crisis.
My name is Macrina Chieng-Okel. I'm a nurse working at St. Mary's Medical Clinic situated in Kibera. Cases that we get from the facilities, we handle them at the facility, maybe by giving the IV fluids and also the preferred medication after having a lab test. And for the case that we cannot handle at the facility level, most of the time we refer them to Mbagathi, IDH and KNH. For example, last month we gotten a child, 6-year-old who was in a party. They ate wali there, and the baby maybe contacted a bacteria or something. The baby was brought here with a severe diarrhea.
Her account underscores that waste management failures translate directly into preventable health emergencies.
In Kibera, the garbages are just being left anyhow. Like when you walk, it's 100 meters from this facility, there's garbages around. And also, you will get, that's where the water pipes pass through. And this may affect the community because they are not well managed. And they take so long before the garbage collectors come to collect them and take them to the preferred place. So this can also affect the community because you get the children playing around. That's the area they pass through when they are going to the school. So it can really affect their life.
Still, the question lingers: why must survival be built on waste? Why do families breathe smoke to earn a living or walk through sewage to reach school? The answers stretch far beyond Kibera's alleys. They connect to global supply chains, imported packaging, and international policies debated in distant boardrooms. This is not only a local story, it is a story of how garbage defines life in Kibera and how the voices of its residents echo into global conversations about climate change, justice, and responsibility. Despite the challenges, resilience is visible. Local recycling groups collect plastics and metals, turning waste into opportunity. Their work reduces pollution while creating jobs, proving that solutions can rise from within the community. Kibera's waste is not only a local story. Much of it comes from imported packaging and electronic products, tying disposal problems to global supply chains. When plastics and organic waste are burned, they release toxic smoke and greenhouse gases, linking Kibera directly to the global challenge of climate change. Nairobi is also home to UNEP, the United Nations Environment Programme, the global authority on environmental issues. UNEP sets international laws and frameworks to manage waste and pollution. Among them are the Basel Convention on Hazardous Waste, the Stockholm Convention on Toxic Pollutants, the Minamata Convention on Mercury, and the Plastic Waste Resolution. These policies aim to protect communities from toxic exposure and promote sustainable practices. UNEP's role connects Kibera's struggles to global debates on equity, responsibility, and climate action. Communication theories help explain these connections. Globalization theory shows how local waste is tied to global flows of goods. Dependency theory highlights how poorer nations like Kenya bear the burden of imported waste without adequate infrastructure. Public health framing reminds us that waste is not just garbage, it is a direct threat to human life. Kibera's waste crisis is more than a neighborhood issue. It is a story of livelihoods shaped by garbage, health threatened by poor sanitation, and of resilience in the face of adversity. And in Nairobi, where UNEP sets the stage for global environmental policy, Kibera's struggles echo far beyond its crowded streets, becoming part of the world's fight against climate change.
It is home to nearly 500,000 people, making it one of the largest urban settlements in sub-Saharan Africa. But Kibera is making news, not for its vibrance, not for its resilience, but for a crisis that is literally piling up on its doorstep. For NNU TV, I'm Lea Sagini.